Let's listen in Senate floor. This is Senator Robert Portman. He is leaving the Senate. Of course, the senator from Ohio, replaced by J.D. Vance. But let's listen to some of his farewell comments.
Ohioans who do that. I chose to serve in a different way, which involved the rough and tumble of politics. Not for everybody, but also a way to help others. Another impetus for getting involved in politics was actually my father, Bill Portman. Even though as a small business guy, he thought I was absolutely crazy to get into this line of business. When I was a kid, he gave up his safe job as a forklift truck salesman for a bigger company to live out his own American dream and start his own business. He took a big risk, gave up health care, gave up a retirement plan, and 5 people, my mom was a bookkeeper, started Portman Equipment Company with lots of debt. They actually lost money the first few years, but he never gave up on his dream, and eventually, through hard work and integrity, found his niche. My brother, my sister, and I all worked at Portman Equipment Company in high school and in college. By the time my dad retired, my brother took over the company. There were almost 300 people working there. Keeping that American dream alive and creating the conditions to allow that next Bill Portman to take that risk, to build his or her dream, and in doing so, help so many other families and help so many communities, has really been my North Star. That's what's guided me. Dad also played a special role in my decision to run for the United States Senate. As you'll recall, in a couple years before 2010, we had the Great Recession. Our country went through some tough times. I had stepped away from public service at that time. I was back in the private sector, thinking I would probably not ever run again. Then my friend and mentor, Senator George Voinovich, surprised all of you here in the Senate, as well as his constituents in Ohio, with his decision to retire. And Jane and I began thinking about it and traveling around, talking to people. Across Ohio, people told me about the real-world ramifications of the policy decisions being made here in Washington and how it affected them. And I remember in early 2009 asking my dad, if he would do it again, would he take that risk and start a business from scratch? His answer was troubling. He said, you know, he just wasn't sure. And he listed higher taxes that were being talked about, you know, more health care costs, more regulations. He said, I just don't know if it'd be worth it. That conversation with my dad was part of what drove me to run for the Senate. I believe that the country needed leadership to drive policy in a direction of more economic growth and more opportunity to help more people achieve their American dream. Not many people these days would say politics is an honorable profession. A recent poll suggests only 20% of Americans approve of the job Congress is doing. And I guess we all give people...
All right, Robert Portman, the senator from Ohio, retiring and replaced by J.D. Vance. I'm going to call an audible here. If you don't mind, we have Michael Grimm with us on set, who served in Congress himself. And those hallowed halls of the Capitol, I don't know what it was like. You served. I've only been there as a journalist. But I can imagine that a moment like this for the senator is kind of emotional.
Oh, it's extremely emotional. You know, it's not a job. You know, it's for some it's a calling. You know, for some they're born into it. For others, they're just looking for the prestige. But for many members of Congress, myself included, it's all inspiring, it's humbling, there's so many emotions, it's a cacophony of emotions that come to you, but you are part of the fabric of what makes America great. It's democracy. And once you become part of that, one of the reasons why everyone fights so hard to be reelected, it is addictive, and it's hard to give it up. And I will tell you that it's extremely emotional what this senator is going to, because unlike a regular job, 9 to 5, you come home and you kind of put that a little bit aside. Being a member of Congress, whether you're a House or Senate, is 24/7. You live, you breathe Congress. Yeah. You do not take days off. Every day something is happening somewhere in the world, and you need to know about it. Mm-hmm. And your staff is keeping you apprised, even when you have that proverbial day off. Yeah. It's never a day off. So it's just all of you.
Yeah, okay. Right. Yeah. We did have you here to talk about another topic, so if you stand by just a second so we can set this up and we'll bring you back in.